Hello, welcome to another podcast, Life Unfiltered. Wow. So, our guest for today is our good friend, and she is a nurse in London, and she's a pediatric HD nurse. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you for blessing me.
Wow.
It's been an honor
Wow.
to be your guest in your podcast.
Big word.
Big word, honor.
Honor. Okay, so let's start this podcast.
Okay.
We don't want to keep you
Waiting.
waiting. Exactly. So, what is the reason why you worked in UAE or United Arab Emirates?
Firstly, to help my family back in the Philippines, because apparently the salary back home
Yeah.
cannot feel like cannot what I call this
Cannot support or
cannot support
provide.
provide for a whole family.
Mhm.
And
Even for yourself.
yeah, even for myself, and also to experience a different environment, a different field as well. Like change and then progress in my career during that time. So yeah, that's most likely my reason why I go to
Why you went to UAE?
UAE.
So why did you choose UAE? Why UAE? Or any other countries? There's a lot of countries. Why UAE?
The reason is that it's so funny because my main reason why the UAE is that you don't need an English test on UAE.
Ah, yes, yeah.
And I find it really hard before to to pass the exam because basically you need to have a review, an English test, and then take the exam, and it cost like more or less 25,000 for
Yeah.
25,000 pesos
Just for one exam.
for one exam.
And if you want to go to review center as well.
Yeah, and then you need to pay for the review center as well. And I can't afford that. I can't afford to pay to fail the exam.
Yeah.
So I did the more secure route because I with the requirements on going to UAE.
Is it easier?
Yeah, it's easier because you just need a what we call this, a nursing exam.
Yeah, so what are the requirements? Yeah.
So before, during my time when I went there, like 2019, the requirements is to take a HAAD exam or DOH exam from, I think they changed the name already, so they call it DOH exam, Abu Dhabi, like that. Today. So with previously it is a HAD exam, so I need to take that. It's more of like a set of nursing questions.
Mm-hmm.
So you
So how did you prepare for that? Did you
yeah,
search
it's
online?
a self review.
A self
Yeah,
review.
there are many review centers back home, but then I chose to do a self review because they said it's just more of more likely our like nursing exam back home. Like it's easier.
Yeah.
The exam like the HAD exam is easier compared to our Philippine nursing licensure exam. So
And apart from the exam, did you pass any documents?
yeah, the requirements they need to pass it in a website called Dataflow. So you make an account there, upload your documents like your diploma, your certificate of employment, transcript of records, license, your PRC PRC license, and then certificate, and then they're gonna what do you call this verify it.
So how many days did it take for them to verify? Or what was the wait long, or did you have to follow up with them?
I'm not quite sure. I think it took
Like maybe weeks or
less than a
months?
month. I
Ah,
think. I
okay.
guess.
So not that long.
Yeah, not that long before, and then they need to verify your documents first, and then there once your documents are verified, that's when you book like an exam in person view.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, in Makati.
In Makati.
Yeah, in Makati. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I did. So after they verified all my documents
You
that
took the
it's
exam. Yeah.
legit, then I took the exam.
After
Had
that,
exam.
that's it. You
Yeah,
have
that's
to
it.
wait.
And then after you pass those requirements, pass the exam,
Mhm.
you look for an agency.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah,
you look
that's
for
when
it.
if you already have like the requirements,
Mhm.
and then they said that you have what
Exam
do you
as
call
well.
it?
You pass
Exam
the
as well.
Excel.
So
Mhm.
look for an agency to give you like the license and
What's that? Sorry.
the license.
A license.
Yeah, I forgot what the name of their license back home, but yeah, once you had RN
Yeah.
license, um, your agency will look for an employee,
Mhm.
and then from there, the employer will give you like a certificate of sponsorship.
Ah, okay. Just
Yeah.
like in here,
Yeah,
UK.
that's it. And then
So, but
working
did you
visa.
can you choose like which hospital or which area in the hospital,
Yeah,
or
during
do they decide for you?
yeah, during that time, it's more of like care homes. Like the opening jobs are more
okay.
like care homes rather than like hospital jobs
Okay.
in UAE. So if you want to
Wait for the hospital.
no, actually there's not
There's none at the
there's
moment.
none at the moment.
Ah,
My
okay. So
during
depends on
2019.
like which month or year
Yeah.
you want to
So if
apply.
you want to like go the faster route,
Yeah.
just apply in a care home. So that's what I did. Like
And then
apply
from
for
there,
from
you can
there,
just change
yeah,
if there's
after
any
your
opening.
contract, so after like
Mhm.
3 years contract, you can apply on a hospital or
Mhm.
apply for another care home or renew your contract if you're already there.
So how
So
long was the wait? Like, okay, so they found you an employer, that you already had a license. How long you had to wait before you fly
so I
to UAE or Abu
applied.
Dhabi?
I remember that was 2018 September. September, October when I took the HAD exam. Passed it December.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just I flew out like June 2019. June 2019. So it took like around 6 months. Yeah, because I need to like file for my resignation back in the hospital, render my resignation and all. So yeah, it took me like around roughly
6 months, yeah, around
6
that
to 9
time.
months since they processed the exam to apply.
So how did you feel? Because it's your first time leaving the country. How did you feel? Were you emotionally or physically or even financially ready to go?
Yeah, I'm emotionally ready because ever since I decided to take up nursing, it's like my it is like my goal. My goal already that I'm going to work abroad or something or somewhere, and then yeah. So
But were you like physically or financially ready?
financially ready, yeah, not really because
That's why you
financial-
go. That's why you want to go to
yeah, that's
UAE.
why I need to go. I want to go to work abroad.
Ah, so you already prime yourself now. Okay, I'm doing this already.
Yeah, I'm doing this already. Like I'm like 100% sure that I'm gonna go and work outside the country because that's where the opportunities were.
That's
So.
true. So when you were working there, how was the working hours? Was it like long days? How was the workload, environment, the people? Yeah, it's okay. You can say the truth.
Should I say the truth or
No,
not?
no
Should I
filter.
sugarcoat?
Yeah, don't sugarcoat.
The thing was when my contract says back home, when I signed my contract in the Philippines, they said I need to work 40 hours
A week. Yeah.
40 or 37, around that number. So when I got there, the company is transitioning to a new management.
Okay.
So they didn't disclose that to
Yeah.
us. So disclaimer, it doesn't happen to like a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just my experience.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to like what I call this misinterpret that that's what's happening there. But yeah, that's what
You
I
experienced.
experienced. Yeah. So what happened was
So you thought it's only 40 hours.
yeah, I thought it's only 40
But
hours.
then when you
But then we need to work 23 shifts in a month.
in a month.
So
So you only have like 7 to 8 days.
7 to 8
off.
days off. Yeah. So
And then I think there's one point like you constantly work like for 4 days
Yeah, and
or a week.
The thing there is it's 12-hour shift. It's a 12-hour shift per day. So if you depends because I'm working in a care home. So you go to the patient's home.
Yeah.
And then be with the patient there.
Yeah.
Look after them. And then there is a transport service that is gonna pick you up from the patient's home and then back to the drop-off point somewhere near your house or something. So that's what's happening back there.
So how was the environment there when you started to work in a patient's or a stranger's home? How was the environment?
At first it was kind of nervous to be honest.
Yeah,
'Cause
anyone. I think anyone would be.
Yeah, because it's my first time to work abroad, so I am not really sure about. Though I have the idea of the culture there. So, but yeah, you can't say anything unless you experience it already. So,
You can say the truth. I think you're trying to hold back.
I'm not trying to. No. Fortunately, I'm very fortunate that the family, that the patient that I'm looking for, looking after, the family is very very nice. I can't say any bad things about them because they're really really nice. So yeah, I'm working there like 12 hours a day plus the transport. So
far was the house?
the travel from the pickup point
Point.
in town to the patient's home took usually 1 to 2 hours, 1 hour, one and a half hour. It's so far. Yeah, it's a bit far. Yeah. And then you need to travel back. So
Back.
it's
Do they pick you up as well after
yeah,
shift?
they pick me up. They always pick me up. So in total, like in a day, you're gonna spend more or less 14, 15 hours working outside. And then you need to go back tomorrow again. So that's what's tiring. And then some
one point you work 24 hours.
yeah, there is. It depends on the care package of of the insurance that they give. Because some patients they need 24 hours care.
Okay.
So
But was there no one to relieve you after a 12-hour shift?
actually it depends on
Or you agreed to
it
it?
depends on the company. It depends on our company. So some of the nurses do agree to work 24 hours and then have a time off, a whole day off, and then go back. So the next patient I have to work 24-hour shift and then off and then 24 hours and then
So like 24 hours, then day off, then 24 hours
first
day off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like alternating. But
Yeah.
it's really tiring because
I can't imagine it.
once you go home, you sleep, you cook, you wash laundry, do laundry and all, grocery and all. So yeah.
So what was the salary like? You can like give just a range. But you don't have to give the exact. How was the salary?
To be fair, because they don't tax the salary more than
Ah,
like
yeah.
20,000 dirhams back there. I forgot. Yeah, but they don't tax the salary, so you get what the whole salary you've been working. So around if you convert it in pounds, it's around 1,500 pounds per month.
Okay.
And then
Do you have a bonus as well? No.
yeah, they pay
Really?
overtime. They pay overtime and then they
Okay.
pay they have like Ramadan overtime there. So
Ah,
if it's
that's
Ramadan or really
And then you
rich,
work,
because they pay double like the salary.
Ah,
And then
okay.
if there's like holiday pays as well.
That's good. And then how do you spend your day? Of course, you want to go out sometime, want to relax.
Yeah. Because I went there during like I during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's during the first the first half the because I went there 2019 of June until sometime January 2020 before the pandemic. It's really nice because we used to travel in Dubai, and then
you had to do like safari.
yeah, the safari experience.
Yes,
The
safari experience.
experience. It's really nice. It's because UAE, Abu Dhabi is an open country
Mhm,
already. So there is also like mixed cultures. You get to mix like meet like a lot of Filipinos,
Yeah.
Filipino community there as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, we went to the mosque. We went
Who
to
was
go
the
for
Ferrari?
safari
And
experience.
Ferrari.
No, that's during the end of the pandemic.
That's the end of the pandemic.
So
You have the fastest roller coaster. It's a
no,
fast
yeah,
roller
fast
coaster.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how you spend your day
Yeah,
off.
that's what I spent.
Mhm.
And then come the pandemic, it's just work, homework,
Yeah.
which is really like draining to be honest,
Mhm.
because you can't really go outside because they close the border
Mhm.
from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and then I'm living on the outskirts part
Yeah.
of Abu Dhabi. So it's like a provincial part of Abu Dhabi. So the shops were closing early like that. There's not much mall or there's not much park to go to unwind to. So it's just more of like doing a lot of household stuff.
Yeah. So you said about the food, the groceries. So how much do you spend on the groceries, or when you go out, how much you spend on restaurants and the activities, as you said? Yeah.
Yeah. Rent wise, the rent there for a because it's a flat with
You had to share it with the
yeah share
shared
it's a
shared
shared
house.
flat
Yeah.
yeah shared flat. So in one room we have I have a roommate, so that's more likely 250 pounds.
Per month.
Yeah, per month, 200 to 250 per month pounds.
But
per
if you
month.
want a nicer place,
But if you want your own solo bedroom, like a one bedroom flat or something, you can spend like most like 300 pounds. That's a good already. That's a good one
So
already.
how about in groceries? How much you spend on
Grocery is
groceries?
cheap. It's cheap
Okay.
because they don't tax the groceries there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do you buy a lot of
Yeah, there's the groceries were cheaper, like the meat. Cause
chicken? Yeah.
yeah, because they don't sell pork.
Mm-hmm.
So it's most likely like chicken, beef,
Beef. Yeah.
seafood.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot of
love
seafood
seafood.
there. So yeah, it's really cheap. Like you
Like
within-
around
like 50, let's say like 50 pounds
a week?
here, a week. No, 50 pounds
A day.
You can
A month?
survive with like a month with 50
Wow.
pounds there. Like,
And then when you go out, how much is like the restaurant? Like how much you spend on the food, the drinks?
food and drinks. Let's say around 14 dirhams is already good. Good for two,
Two
meals.
meals.
Yeah, 14
Oh,
pounds.
wow.
I not 14 pounds, sorry, 14 dirhams.
14
So
dirhams.
just convert
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Just convert.
Just convert it.
Yeah. And how
Yeah.
about the like the safari and Ferrari experience? How much you spend on
It's
that?
like a package before. So
Yeah.
if you have like a group, it's cheaper. So not sure how much it cost me, but most likely 50 dirhams
Each.
Yeah.
For each person.
For each person, including like the car travel from Al Ain to the safari to Dubai or something.
So I'm just gonna ask a more personal questions. Just be prepared. So was there a time that you regretted going to UAE? And was there a time that you were really grateful that you came to work to UAE?
I can say it's a regret or yeah, I'm grateful because I'm
You had
really
the
grateful
opportunity
for
to
the
go,
opportunity
yeah.
and the experience because I wouldn't be like be aware of different cultures if I didn't go there. Like I can't actually I that's what I like the first thing that I choose UA because I can't really like converse in English or what. I don't have like the confidence about so that's why what I gained from there like speaking to a different nationality like that. So yeah, regret, not much regret. It's just that more likely that um what you call this the opportunity because what the care home I've been to, it's I had like a little bit of bad experience about that Because at first
Little or a lot?
a lot. It did traumatize me. I think we all have our experience during the
Yeah, that's
pandemic,
true.
though. So I think the pandemic added the burden to that thing because I'm trying to um it's quite like not illegal. It's like let's say
So they have like other things that they didn't tell you.
yeah.
So they have like
didn't
tactics
really,
that they didn't tell
really,
you.
like,
You weren't
disclose.
informed. Yeah, they didn't disclose any other.
Yeah, they didn't disclose it, and then
So it's like more of like a you wish you knew.
yeah, I wish
Yeah.
I knew that.
You wish you
so
knew,
that
or you wish that they told us.
I wish that they
Yeah.
told us so that I can be prepared,
Yeah.
or rather that look for another care home or
Yeah.
something like that.
And
But
then you finished your contract, yeah, and then you went home.
yeah, I finished my contract after 2 years. I finished my
Yeah.
contract.
And then you said you don't want to continue anymore.
Yeah, I didn't. I resigned after that.
No, but were they okay that you want to resign, or they want to?
Yeah, at first I did explain my
Side.
side
Yeah.
because I already had like the opportunity to go here.
Mm-hmm.
So I told them I already passed the exam,
Exam, English
and
exam,
English
yeah.
exam, and then I'm just waiting for my agency here to
Yeah.
confirm my employment. But then it's a pandemic, so it's
Yeah.
really hard to go outside
Mm.
the country,
Yeah.
to go home,
To go home.
to go home.
But
in the
I
Philippines.
remember you struggled to go home to Philippines, diba?
Yeah.
Kasi there's not a lot of airlines or.
Yeah, because upon previously I think um there's no flight, so it's all of like repatriation flights.
Yeah, repatriation, they call it repatriation.
So there are limited flights just once a week. They release like the embassy of the Philippines release just every once a week a flight back home, and the flight ticket cost too much.
Yeah.
And
Good thing you saved for the flight.
yeah. No, actually, on the contract, this is the good thing when you work in the Middle East and you in the UAE, because in the contract it says there that they provide for a what you call this? No, yeah, flight allowance. They provide food allowance. They provide transport allowance. And if you want to what do you call this?
Go
If
home
you
to
want
Philippines.
if you want to have their let's say hospital accommodation, they provide for that as well.
Ah, okay.
So they have hospital. So actually, like the necessities, the basic necessities, they can provide. The company can provide. So that's what the good thing.
Yeah, so that's what you're grateful
yeah,
for.
that's
Yeah.
what I've been grateful for.
Yeah.
So I didn't really need to think about how much I'm gonna spend on the food and the transport because they provided.
So everything's provided.
Yeah.
So how would you? This is the last question. I know you're already tired and you want to rest. So how would you compare UK to UAE? Like in generally,
In general,
not just about work.
not just about work, because
Uh,
at least
don't say about the weather.
no, the weather is
Yeah.
it's both of the extremes the weather because
Yeah.
it's really if
Hot.
it's summer it's really hot in there.
Yeah.
You can go outside if it's burning
Yeah.
fire when you go outside. So yeah.
How would you compare it, like in general?
Work wise, it's more like UK provide a um
More flexible.
work life balance.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're getting older,
Yeah.
if you're getting older and thing, there's like work life balance. But with my experience back in UAE, I think if I stayed longer and then look for another opportunity, like applied for another hospital and all, I can say that there is still a work life balance in there. Yeah. So
And then I think you mentioned like last time to me that the healthcare there is
yeah, the healthcare
priority.
The healthcare there is really good. Like even if you pay for the insurance, the insurance there won't cost you too much. But the service, they provide good service to the patients, or even if you want just to have a whole
Check-up.
body checkup, go to a clinic there. They get you scanned and all, take your bloods and all. So yeah, you get your money's worth if you pay the insurance there.
So would you say that you would want to go back to UAE or you want to stay in UK?
Probably just stay here in the UK.
So that's the plan now.
Okay, that's the plan now. But yeah, back to
Or
them.
maybe you just go there to for
travel,
tourism,
yeah,
travel.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if because some of my mates there is still there, so I think some of my friends are still happy working.
Hello, friends.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out.
But yeah, some of them they already have their family there.
Yeah.
They
They've already bought the
the husband there, they already have like kids there and also I think they already have the good let's say the good life. They already find their what I call this their way to settle in the UAE.
And
So,
they also said like it depends on like where you feel most comfortable with. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter like the place. If you
Yeah.
feel like yourself, okay, I'm already settled.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine here,
Yeah.
you know.
because I think also one more thing is that you can save a lot in there compared to here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why some people do is like they take the citizenship or ILR,
Yeah.
which is definitely leave to remain, and then they go to UAE to
Yeah,
work,
to work.
and then come back.
Yeah, because if you're a British citizen there, so yeah,
Or- yeah.
I'm like encouraging you to yeah. So if you're a British citizen here, and then you want to try and work to UAE, I think the salary is higher.
Yeah.
So they provide.
Disclaimer: we're not an expert.
Yeah, we're not an expert. I'm
You
not
can
sure-
search it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it's still working like that.
Yeah.
But previously, back before the pandemic, this is like pre-pandemic thing. They usually do that. So, yeah, because
So you can do that thing. Yeah.
I'm not sure if
But you need to research or
Yeah.
you need to prepare as well. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's still not they're not taxing a lot. So I'm not sure if they already had like a tax bill in there. But
Mhm.
back when I was there, there's no tax in like almost everything.
Yeah.
Unless you're earning like too much, like 20,000 dirhams and above. I think they have like
Mhm.
5% tax before. If your like salary is greater than 20,000.
So it depends. We don't know the situation.
Yeah,
now.
I don't know.
You'll have to
what's
check on
rate.
that
Yeah.
thing. So do you have like any advice or do you want to say or do you want to give a shout out to your parents? Like a message. Yeah.
They say opportunity knocks once.
Yeah.
So if there's like a good opportunity that you find it like really comfortable and it will benefit you,
Yeah.
you just go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Take the risk.
Take the risk. Yeah. They say if you're afraid to do that thing, then that's more that you need to do that what you're afraid of.
Yeah.
So that you like conquer your fear or something.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to you, your parents.
shout out to my
Thank you,
parents.
tita.
Shout out to my parents and all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe in our channel and to comment as well if you're too kind. Thank you and thank you for all the people who keep supporting us and especially to our family and Andrea's family. Thank you. And bye.